It's about to commence here. Whoa, there we go. Coming. And the kick is away. Drops down to about the 30-yard line. And that'll be right about where the Engadine Eagles will take it. Yeah, they'll call it about the 27 coming in here. Number looked to be 33. David Parker was the one who ended up on the ball. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all for coming into tonight's game. A special edition Next Level Broadcasting coverage here tonight with Engadine Eagles and the Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart Irish coming into play. St. Mary's allowed them to come in as we've got our first play of the game. A loss of yards here.
Looks like Sacred Heart came out in a three-man front there. McDonald kept the contain on that end and forced him out of bounds for a short loss.
So, Nit, obviously you're from Mount Pleasant. Why don't you bring us in here a little bit with our some info about these teams.
So Sacred Heart returns quite a few from their team last year that lost in the second round of the playoffs. They'll probably rotate quite a few guys in tonight just to keep fresh, but they played probably 6, 7 seniors. They had a key loss of one of their seniors last week with a shoulder injury, but they hope to get Jack Froger back toward the end of the year.
Got it.
Very young. They lost last week to Rapid River. They had a few injuries, I understand, over the summer, and they're trying to bounce back from that. But their numbers are a little bit thin, but they're going to get tested right here on 3rd and long.
All right, so, yep, indeed, 3rd and 10 coming up here. Just about a minute is clicked off the clock so far as the rain's starting to come down yet again. Some lake effect showers here today on this early September, and wrapped up in the backfield we go. Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart starting off in a big way on their opening defensive possession.
It looks like the trouble with the exchange, and Martin Heat jumped on that one. It'll be a turnover. Sacred will take over inside the 30. Good field position.
Wow. Nice way for them to start off the game. Oh, yeah.
Irish take over 1st and 10 from
as we work on our clock here, new program we're running tonight for this double edition here with Next Level Broadcasting, the Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart and Engadine Eagles game. And then later on at 7:30, the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds taking on the Central Lake folks just down the road here, about 45 minutes from this field. And with that, on their opening play, Sacred Heart airing it down deep, and it's caught in the end zone for a beautiful touchdown, 30 yards indeed. Did we see who that was that made the catch?
Made the catch on that. Joe is Jason's favorite target. He got over top the defense and froze that safety and held it in. There is a flag down. Looks like maybe a hold over on the right side.
So that's one thing that I typically don't see. I've covered several Northern Michigan teams around here, and to have an arm talent like that is definitely a nice treat to be able to watch at any rate. Of course, you guys from Mount Pleasant area, so you're a little bit farther south. You have a little bit more range of talent than some schools up here.
Yeah, this group, especially the senior group's been together for a long time. Jason's a very talented quarterback. He just makes throwing the ball look easy. Steps back, sort of a flick of the wrist, and he lets it rip. So you'll look to see him connect again on that kind of play tonight.
Yeah, so that penalty backed him up 10 extra yards. Another deep throw. This one went just over the head of Joe McDonald yet again. So it'll be 2nd and 20 coming up from the Engadine 35.
Like Joe just maybe stepped short of pulling that one in. He came over the middle, had a seam there, and just went off the fingertips. But that one was moving when it came to him.
Well, Rit, I want to thank Rit, I want to thank you for joining me tonight's game. Kind of pulled you up here last minute. You literally came into the box about 5 minutes before the game began, so we really appreciate this tonight. All kind of a sprung on the last moment scenario we have going on here, but we've got it all together. We're happy to bring it to you live.
There's a screen to Duffy out of the backfield. He's got room.
Ooh, yes. Nice run up indeed, and he should have enough for the first down and then some, about 5 yards. Oh, I apologize. I misspoke there. I forgot about their initial penalty. So he'll be about 5 yards short of the line of game. They'll mark him about the 18-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and, they'll call it about 2 coming up.
Engadine was getting used to coming heavy on that rush, and nice screen that dropped in behind there. 4 down territory.
Yeah.
Duffy on the inside.
He's got plenty of room, works his way around to about the 7-yard line, so he'll have a 1st and goal coming up.
Nice job by right guard Irvin getting out in front and leading the way there.
Yeah.
They like to run that play where that guard pulls and gets out in front. They only need 2 yards, so that was right up his area of expertise.
Well, good. Rain's coming down a bit more now. We might have to find a cloth here for our camera before long. We will do that here on the next commercial break. But in the meantime, 1st and goal from the Engadine about 8-yard line. Another pass. That one was just over the head of McDonald there.
Jason Bogue back to pass.
And White made Bogue throw that ball a little sooner than he wanted to throw it.
2nd and goal.
Maybe if he had a little more time. Joe was open. He just had to rush the throw high.
So 9:43 to go here in the 1st quarter. 4 and out for Engadine. And then a turnover, giving Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart the ball right at about the 25-yard line. They've marched it down to about the 7. 2nd and goal coming up now. A little flick over and in for, it looks like, no, he'll be stopped about a yard short of the goal here. Number 5 there for
Tegan Duffy.
Tegan Duffy. There you go. Thank you. Thankfully, you know these players better than I do. We've got one roster up here, and the man who knows the players down there has got it, so we're all good.
3rd down.
Definitely 4-down territory here.
Oh, yeah.
Probably look for him to run the ball again.
Cameron again on that.
3rd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Engadine has some size up front. Looks like they've been trying to go around the edge on that. Got 1 wide out here.
And the keeper there finding somebody, a little push and shove, and the touchdown throw is in, no problem.
Jim McDonald for the
Yeah.
touchdown in the back of the end zone.
So a
Just
nice,
kind of slipped out there behind the defense. They let the one guy come free and tried to shove him down rather than tackle him down, and gave Bogue a little more time. He was just good on his feet and had plenty of time to recover and find the open guy in the back of the end zone. If he gets that much time to throw, he's going to be tough to stop.
so 6-0 on the board. And we've got a nice kick attempt coming up here. Another thing that you typically don't see for these smaller 8-man football teams this far north. So that's a nice treat to be able to watch. And they'll go for the fake instead. Rolling around. And intercepted there in the end zone by Engadine.
Russell King was in the right place at the right time. Looked like a struggle with the snap. Not sure if it was the wet ball or what, but the ball bounced back there, and Bogue made the decision to pick it up and try to go for a fire play there, but it didn't look like he was the only one that maybe realized that was happening.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, Sacred Heart goes up 6-0 here to begin the 1st quarter. Their opening possession. We're going to send it to a quick commercial break and be back on the other side of this. Stay tuned.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord. Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors.
And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Sacred Heart here, scoring early in the 1st quarter of the game. A nice kickoff, falls inside to about the 28-yard line. And a run of about 5 there for Engadine.
David Parker picked that up and ran it for, about the 35?
Yeah.
It'll be the second chance at it for Engadine. It looked like they tried to get around the edge last time and didn't have a lot of success. And they had the fumble exchange and didn't really have a chance to get a lot going. So we'll see what they try to work here after after that quick possession there.
Yeah, game 2 of the season will feature the wet pigskin here for these teams, so we'll see how that goes. And we've got our friends at Jimmy John's to thank on the other side of this play. That'll be a handoff right up the middle to one of the biggest players out here on the field, number 55. There he is, Michael White.
Center, no, Brendan Irvin did a nice job, got some good push into the backfield right there, and Jim McDonald was right behind him. Sort of shed that blocker, and running back really had nowhere to go once he took the handoff.
So with that, we want to thank our pregame sponsors, Jimmy John's. Away games call for freaky fast meals on the road. That's where Jimmy John's comes in to turn travel time into dinner time. We'll finish that here. Got the same sort of play coming up here. 2nd and 10 from the 32. And that'll be a false start coming up on Engadine.
The fullback wanted to get a little early going, couldn't quite hear the snap or whatnot.
Take them back 5 yards, make it 2nd and 15.
So now it'll be 2nd and 15 coming up here for the Eagles. But we wanted to finish off that Jimmy John's read with their freaky fast gourmet sandwiches in their brand new location in Gaylord across from Hobby Lobby. Jimmy John's, freaky fast and freaky strong, so strong a tornado couldn't move them. We're happy to have them on our pregame meal plan here at Next Level Broadcasting. Another run up the center here, gain of about 3. Engadine struggling there so far.
They tried a little misdirection there. They pulled the left guard to the right, ran backwards inside to the left on a bit of a counter. Martin He on the right end for Sacred Heart wasn't fooled. He hung out there and turned the guy in and made a nice stop.
So Engadine has some work to do now. 3rd and a long 14 coming up, still within their own, looks to be 30-yard line. Right at the 29, they have the ball spotted. Clock ticking away here as we make that adjustment. 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 6-0 game so far for Mount Pleasant. Another throw. That one goes just in front. Number 7, Russell King.
Luke Hacker on the coverage made a nice cut underneath and dived to take away the short opportunity there. Wouldn't have been enough for a first down, but I think Engadine was looking for some positive yardage there after the first 6 or 7 plays. They hadn't really gone anywhere to this point.
Yeah, a little momentum certainly would have helped the Eagles soar a little bit higher into this game. So they'll be looking to punt deep within their own territory, still at about the 29-yard line.
Joe McDonald's back at about the 45.
Another
tough snap.
Yeah, rough snap there, but a good kickoff. This one will sail down, bounce out, keep going.
Nice roll.
Stays in bounds all the way to the 26-yard line of Sacred Heart. I don't think they're expecting it to go quite that far, but Engadine will take the win where they can get it there. Nice punt indeed, burying Sacred Heart back deep within their own territory. So with that, 7 minutes, 4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Sacred Heart taking over in just a moment, but we will thank our friends at Jimmy John's, our pregame sponsor. Stay tuned.
Is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet.
Coming back in here, Sacred Heart with another run. A great one indeed up there along the right side of the field. Gain of about 12.
You know, they like to run Bogue a lot. When you can get a quarterback with his kind of speed, it's nice to get out there and have 8 against 8. And he did a nice job getting that edge and some nice lead blocks by the receivers out there. He'll take, I know Josh will take 10, 12 yards all day.
So how was Sacred Heart's team last year? How have they been doing historically over the last few years? Because it looks to me like they're a very complete, powerful team so far from what I've seen in the game.
Yeah, they've had good numbers. Last year, they had a really good team with just 1 regular season loss. They lost in the second round of the playoffs, but they return all but 2 players. The 2 players are big losses, but still, they got the core of the team back this year and turned over a couple of younger guys that have been brought up to contribute. So you'll see pretty much every guy contribute and play tonight, and everyone will be on the field at some point. So
good.
They do like, to operate behind the quarterback. As he goes, the team goes, and if he's running and the line's getting a push, and they're going to be able to do a lot of things they're looking to do, but they can also throw at any point. So they got some good speed at receivers. Luke Hacker's out wide. Joe McDonald's in the slot. Luke had 7 catches last week. He's sort of that security blanket for There he is right there.
My goodness, yeah, a low pass there from Bogue, but he was able to pick it up and make a nice 10-yard gain off of that, moving the sticks inside of the Engadine 45-yard line.
Yeah, Hacker did a nice job just staying with it right there and catching it before he ran.
Irish from the 46.
Well, they will spot the ball here at the 46. We got to give our cameraman here some more credit. Doing an excellent job so far. Again, someone else we just brought right up here literally 2 minutes before the game started. Asked him to come up here and film for us, and he's doing a great job so far. 1st and 10 from the Engadine 46. Bogan Company here. Another nice throw wide open for the 40-yard line, and some more crossing the 30. Finally pulled and pushed out of bounds there.
Joe McDonald, nice move out there to gain a few more yards. Finally ran out by Parker over there on that far side, but I think that matchup all day if they can get that soft a coverage where they can just dump it on, and Joe has room to get some yards after the catch.
Yeah, you make 15 yards a play like that, and you'll have scores run up in no time.
I think Coach Whedon's idea tonight is maybe, get a few looks at everything. He wants to throw it, he wants to run it, he wants to get some guys involved that maybe didn't get involved last week. They got out early on Montebello, had a bit of a slower second half, but we're sort of in control the whole way. But sometimes when your offense sputters, you want to come back and get out to a fast start, which they seem to have done here.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. The pass there was just a little bit above McDonald's fingertips, but you'll have a little miscue like that once in a while, especially with the amount that Bogue does throw. Normally he does it quite well, just from what I've seen so far. So down inside of 6 minutes now to go, halfway through the first quarter. 6-0 game, although Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart is advancing mightily. Another good throw out there to the far edge. Gain of about 5 coming up. This time to Luke Hacker.
You might be setting him up for an out and up here. Engadine sat on that route as opposed to the last time where they were soft in coverage, and Hacker made a nice catch just to get a few positive yards, but they were right there to make the play right when he was catching that ball.
And the cheer squad even made it all the way up here. What is it, about an hour and a half drive for you guys?
Yeah, roughly an hour and a half.
So 3rd and 5 coming up here for Sacred Heart. Still in good territory. Like you've said, probably 4-down territory here with how this team's been working.
There's your out and up.
Well, you don't have to worry about that, huh, when you got Joe McDonald down there to catch the ball. Another 6 points coming up here.
Joe made a nice route there. Sometimes you make that first out cut, you don't always sell it enough, and Joe made a nice cut, put his foot in the ground and got upfield, and just a matter of Jason flicking his wrist and wide open.
Well, a great start, just as you said, last game against Montebello. They started out fast. They're doing the very same here. Already 2 touchdowns scored in the opening 7 minutes of the game, holding Engadine to 4 and outs here in their first 2 attempts in the game.
After that mix-up on the first extra point, looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Get it back to that 14 if they can.
Indeed they do.
Nice ball fake there.
All the time in the world to get it off to Tegan Duffy. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will step aside here yet again. Thank our friends at J&J Construction and come back on the other side of this. Stay tuned.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
And welcome back in. 2 touchdowns scored and 2 possessions for Sacred Heart. 14-0 is now the score as we are working our way inside of 5 minutes here to go in the quarter. And dropped there on the kickoff by Engadine. They were able to pick it back up, get to just short of the 40-yard line, or 30, I should say. That was
Dave Parker, it looked like.
Yep.
Just let it go right through the chute. He's fortunate to get that back.
Mm-hmm. And here we go. Engadine on their third possession of the game, trying to get some positive yardage here, facing a lot of pressure from Sacred Heart. Bobbing and weaving his way. Looks like he'll gain about 2 after all that. David Parker there doing everything he could to get some positive yardage.
Looked like another tough snap. Parker recovered, and he was under duress right away.
Yeah.
Martin, he came in, had the first shot at him. Nice effort by Martin to keep going and get back into play, and eventually when that turned back in, Martin made the tackle.
Clock ticking under 4.5 minutes to go. 3 yards gained there by Engadine. 2nd and 7 coming up. One of their biggest gains so far in this game. And that will be flicked off to number 44, Jackson Davis. He wasn't able to gain much at all.
Another nice job by he there again. He just shot that gap, and boy, by the time the tailback was receiving the ball, Martin was just a few steps from him and shut it down for a little bit of a loss. Just a really nice job of splitting the defense there by Martin and making something happen.
So instead of 2nd and 7, they're now 3rd and about 8.5, so they lost 1.5 yards. Coming up here, tough sledding for the Eagles, as they have not gotten a first down yet this game. 3.5 minutes to go.
And there he is again.
Wow.
Martin he's not the guy you look at and see as a nose tackle from his size, but he's one of the strongest guys on the team. He's quick up there, and they don't know how to block him right now, and he's just beating them up front, and he's getting to the ball as soon as they are.
You know, I got to say, Sacred Heart right now, even though this is 8-man football, it feels like they have such a complete unit compared to Engadine right now. They are outperforming them in every facet so far. Engadine has a lot to do here to try and catch up. Down 2 touchdowns right now, and still have not gotten a first down. They'll be kicking off here from their own 30.
Engadine's going to go to a 4-wide look here. Not sure if they're punting, but
they won't.
They're going to try to run it, and they got some room.
Well, but it'll be well short. That was David Parker taking care of the ball yet again. He's able to gain about 5, but that'll still be 3 short of what they needed. So it'll be a turnover on downs at about their own 37-yard line.
Doesn't look like Engadine's equipped to throw a high-octane passing game at them, and right there they just tried to spread the defense out and maybe middle, but it was well read, and they still had a long way to go. So he picked up 6. They still didn't even sniff the first down marker. So big stop, and it's a big possession here. At just under 3 minutes, Sacred Heart has a chance to go up 3 scores here in the first quarter.
So if Engadine wants to try and keep themselves in the game, this is where their defense needs to come out now more than ever. As Sacred Heart sending trips to the top and bottom. Well, looks like he'll keep it. Work his way up the center. Plenty of room. Why not? Still driving forward. Gains about 14 there on that run by Bogue.
White made a nice job tracking the play down, but not after he had 14 yards. And that's just one where they had too many receivers out in the pattern and nobody in the middle to take care of Bogue when he took off with it.
Yeah. So with that, 1st and 10 here coming up. The Eagle 23-yard line, 2:22 to go here in the game.
Come out in a running formation here. There's Duffy up the middle.
Got plenty of yardage. Looks to be almost enough for a first down, even though he had 2 guys dragging on him the last 5 yards or so.
Nice blocking on that left side. Caleb Strauss over there playing left guard, and Jim McDonald was next to him, and they just seemed to push in on that side of the line. And Teagan was good 5-6 yards down the field before he was even touched on that play.
So we've got 2nd and 9, and pardon me, 2nd and 1 after about a 9.5-yard gain. Coming up here for the Irish, 1.5 to go. And a very hard-fought run there with 3 Eagles dragging down on him once again. Duffy there gains enough for the first down and a couple more.
Duffy did a nice job waiting for the hole to open up there, and as soon as he did, he kind of sidestepped through there and probably gained about 7 or 8 more yards before he had contact again.
So 1st and goal coming up at the 8-yard line. Just about a minute exactly here in the first quarter.
Sacred Heart's fortune in this so far, they really have been able to do whatever they wanted. If they want to run the ball, if it's been there. If they want to pass the ball, it's been there. So it's almost a pick your shot here. Nice catch by Hacker.
Yes, indeed. That'll be enough for another touchdown by the Irish, going up now 20-0.
That's a spot where you see Bogue's arm come into play because there wasn't a lot of room there, and you might not even thought Hacker would be open, but he put a little spin on that ball and threw it where only Luke could catch it, and Luke did a nice job and secured it, and I believe that's his first touchdown of the year. And just did a really nice job catching it first and falling into the end zone there.
Well, it looks like we made a missed call there. He will be about 2 yards short of the goal line, so I do apologize.
I believe it's a conversion.
Oh, they just updated the scoreboard. Okay, I thought I missed something. But they just updated it on the scoreboard, so it was indeed a touchdown. I thought I saw it.
So we'll get to see Seiler try one here, hopefully.
And he splits the uprights. Beautiful job there. All righty, so with that, we're going to take another break and go ahead and give our friends at
45 seconds left in that first quarter.
Pro Seamless Gutters, our good friend Orion Beningo. A shout out here. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
I'm Orion Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Yeah, and coming back in, 21-0 is now the score. Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart well in control of this first quarter. We have about 45 seconds left to go after the ensuing kickoff. Apologize. We're coming back here. Sacred Heart with a great kickoff. A nice looking return so far for Engadine. Got about 15 yards or so gained up the field. A couple different Irishmen there making the stop. As Jamison Green was the one who caught the ball and advanced the Eagles just about as far up the field as they've been so far in this game.
Looks like Engadine's going to try to come out in a throwing formation here. Twins left, twins right.
We've only seen them throw one or two other times so far in this game, and now's the time to try it, although a nice sack coming up here from
Wyatt Brown got back there right away. I don't know. It almost looked like a screen the way it was blocked. And as soon as Parker caught the ball, there was 3 red shirts in his face. Nice job by Wyatt to wrap up and get that first sack.
So David Parker here not quite able to draw out that play how he intended. Like you said, twins to the top and bottom of the screen, wrapped up in the backfield instead. So now they're back within their own 35 at the 33. 2nd and 13 scenario with the buzzer sounding here on the end of the quarter. So, ladies and gentlemen, one quarter of play in the books. Sacred Heart up 21-0 over the Engadine Eagles. We'll step aside here and come back in a few moments for your second quarter of action. Stay tuned.
Until the second game to make that drawing, so there will be some 50-50 tickets. They're sold up near the entrance, but we will also have somebody coming through the crowd.
At American Liner Systems, they have three main goals in mind. They want to do the best possible job for their customers, ensure farm and industrial safety, and protect the environment all at the same time. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, they have many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel and chemical storage, manure lagoons, fertilizer containment solutions, equipment maintenance pads, and so much more. To keep our freshwater clean and our forests green, visit AmericanLinerSystems.com or call 231-258-4200 for a free quote so you can protect tomorrow's environment today.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
And here we come, just about ready to get the second quarter underway. 21-0, the Eagles, the Irish up over the Eagles. And speaking of the Eagles, they've got a 2nd and 13 scenario coming up from their own 33. Running wide here, tripped up in the backfield yet again. Sacred Heart all over that one. Was that quarterback Bogue there to get the tackle?
Martin He once
Martin
again
He,
just
okay.
kind of split that gap again, and just he's got size and speed, and he just Parker's trying to get that ball and do something with it. By the time he gets out of the pocket, Martin had him wrapped up and nowhere to go, really. He just doesn't have time to make a decision. But Martin is just playing a really excellent game right now. They don't have an answer for him up front.
So 3rd and forever, call it 16 coming up here for the Eagles. Parker backed way up, was able to make a nice connection there, but a gain of only about 3 after Parker was backed up with several Irishmen coming to his own 20-yard line.
Well, you didn't see Martin in the backfield that time. They did have an answer for him, and the answer for him on that play was they tackled him.
Yeah.
The official looked right at Martin. He couldn't quite make it out, but that was about the only way they've slowed him down tonight.
So a gain of about 4 on that play, which would be pretty nice by the Eagles' standards so far, except it left them 4th and 11. So the ensuing kick, high and short, will fall right at the Sacred Heart about 49-yard line. So another excellent spot for the Irishmen to begin, or the Irish, I should say. I like saying Irishmen, but it's probably better that I say the Irish. And while we've got a moment, we've got J&J Construction. So many times we don't know when to go, where to go when beginning the process of building or remodeling our home. But that's where J&J Construction comes in. They help you in every step of the way, get you into your dream home. Trusted by everyone and respected by all, that's J&J Construction, proud supporter of Gaylord St. Mary Athletics. And of course, that game will be coming up here at the conclusion of this special edition between Sacred Heart and Engadine Eagles. That'll be at 7:30. And a nice little flick over there. And away he goes all the way up the sideline. Tegan Duffy for the Sacred Heart touchdown.
Nice job by Bogue there. Just draw the only defender they had. That end came crashing hard, and he just pitched it out, and Duffy did the rest. Not much resistance out there, but once Tegan turned that corner, he just turned on the speed, and the rest was downhill from there. Nice run by Tegan. Good to see him get in the end zone.
(27-0) here when we still are not quite 2 minutes through the second quarter.
The point after.
We've got another point after kick coming up by Seiler.
Yeah, a little known fact, Martin Gramatica is one of Seiler's favorite players as a kid. He has a poster in his room of Martin Gramatica.
Nice.
Very crushed when he hurt his knee that one year and never bounced back. But He's always wanted to be a kicker since then.
Well, looks like he's well on his way to being an excellent kicker for sure. Buries that one into the trees on the other end of the football field. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will keep it right here this time. Yeah, we want to thank our friends at Gaylord Eye Center. Did the refs not see that? Or is it just your eyes playing tricks on you? But the refs are never wrong, so I suppose it's time to come in for a free consultation at the Gaylord Eye Center. With 4 locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Sheboygan, and Bel Air. Get back in the game with the Gaylord Eye Care Center, a local vision source provider.
Well, Engadine is going to have to try something different right now. They haven't had a chance to put the ball up in the air very much. They've had that short completion, but they maybe have to bring in an extra blocker or try to get some sort of isolation, because whatever they're doing now, they're getting beat up front and just doesn't have enough time to throw it. And the snaps have been a struggle, as you can see. The center is having to deal with Martin He coming across there, and I think it's affected his snaps. And he's trying to worry about that guy coming hard, and he's not been able to put it back there as efficiently as he'd probably like. But they got to get together here. They're going to be a long night.
Well, another excellent kick dropping down inside the Eagles' 15-yard line, running up the sideline here, get some positive yardage. So again, the Eagles will be starting on the plus side of 30 yards, but we'll see what they can do. They have not advanced past the 40-yard line so far in this game. And the return there was from number 44, Jackson Davis. So they'll be starting precisely on the 32-yard line. 10 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the first half.
Maybe look for a screen or something here. They haven't had any time, but that might be something they could hit with the pressure that's coming up front.
And a run right up the center with the big man, Mr. White. Not able to get anywhere, though. Took 6 different, looked to be just about anyway, Irishmen to really bring him down. But when you have that many tacklers on you, even a man as big as White there, standing probably about 6'2" and north of 270,
not sure
anybody will go down.
It looked like they had the left guard pulled, but they ran right inside his space he vacated, and there's no surprise there was a lot of people there. But not sure what they were, if somebody missed a call there or what, but they left him right open for exposure.
So a slow handoff here. Just not able to get any yardage on that one either. Of course, there was a little bit of trouble there with the handoff between David Parker and Finley there, Ethan Finley. So they gave him, I guess, about a half yard.
Hadn't seen him in yet. Maybe it looked like a little bit he maybe went the wrong way, and just they struggled getting that handoff. And by the time he did, he was just hoping to fall forward.
A lot of sophomores here on this Engadine team. In fact, they make up close to half the team, and he's one of them. So, getting some experience here. And a pass coming up here. Nearly intercepted.
Boy, wow. Duffy saw it the whole way and jumped it, and I think he'd like that one back. He's playing a little center field on that, and just it's a nice luxury when you're someone like Teagan that the pressure that's getting on the quarterback, you just have to look at his first read and you can take that angle because he didn't have time for anything else, and Teagan did just that. Just let one drop on the ground. Again, he's going to be kicking himself for that one.
Well, if you're Engadine, heck, at this point I would try and go for it, although they will kick it off yet again, down 28-0. Line drive, bouncing its way inside the 30, falls to the 20, and that's where it'll be picked up. And it'll be wrapped up there right at the 30, so gain of about 10 coming up there.
2 of those punts have been their best plays at this point.
I would say so.
Changed some field position, but they just haven't been able to stop him once it turned over.
All righty, so with that, we will send it to a quick 15-second break here to thank our friends at TVC Cherry Capital Airport. Be back after this.
Fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
coming back in. 1st and 10 here for the Irish at their own 30-yard line after an excellent punt by the Eagles and a 10-yard subsequent return. Bogue rattling around, looking for someone, throwing it deep all the way down. Oh, just through the hands of Luke Hacker there. Oh, my goodness. If he was about another 6 inches closer to that ball, that would have been to the house.
Looked like not only Bogue, but Seiler was heading deep, and both guys had gotten behind the defense. And Luke, as you mentioned, just couldn't get his body turned and pull that one in. But they were very close to hitting another big play there. Yeah, Jason threw that ball probably a good 50 yards in the air without much effort. So it was there to be had. Sometimes in Division 8, when you see a team that doesn't pass a lot, they don't always know that the other guy can throw it that far, and they don't defend that back half, and kind of hit him with a big play sometimes when that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It is a treat to be able to watch someone from a 8-man football team be able to throw as well as he does. So, Sacred Heart, you've got some things to be thankful for with that young man out on the field wearing number 4.
Like they come on an Eagle set here. 4 wide receivers, and Bogue's going to run it.
And then when you have a dual-threat quarterback like that can run just as well as he can throw, my goodness. Even a bigger team up here in Northern Michigan would be able to have someone the talent of him.
Jason's just a big, strong kid, and he's always been able to run real well. And he's a football guy, and, you know, you always have to have a bit of worry when you run the quarterback a fair amount. You don't want him to get hurt, but he's a big weapon in the offense. So he's almost one of those guys that needs to have those hits to be into the game more. So
nice 9-yard run there. 3rd and 1 from the Eagle their own 39-yard line. 7.5 minutes to go here, still in the first half, ladies and gentlemen. And McDonald there running around one defender, and another finally spun his way down inside the 40-yard line of the Eagles.
It's Bogue for 25 more right there. He's just picking up chunks. They don't have any answers.
Before Cameron brings him down, Irish will have it.
Engadine has some size up front, but it's being negated by the blocking. Sacred Heart's done a nice job of just taking what they're given, and there's been some big holes for him so far. And Jason hasn't been under a lot of pressure all night.
And another pass completed to Hacker. He gets nearly all of that first down.
Over the middle, complete to number
I mentioned before, Hacker's sort of his security blanket. He runs a lot of those shorter routes, and he's a pretty sure-handed guy out there, and did a nice job of picking up 8 or 9 on first down, and making an easy decision here on the next couple plays to call.
Yep, 2nd and 1 from the Eagles 30. 9-yard gain there from Hacker. Clock ticking down under 6.5 minutes. Bogue flings that over to Duffy all the way into the house. Yes, indeed. 6 more points go up on the board for the Irish.
Yeah, they did a nice job there. The play before, they ran some guys from the right side crossing to the left. And it's certainly, they tried to create that action again, and when they snuck Duffy out of the backfield, Engadine had already shifted over to take those other receivers. They just didn't have anybody out there to account for Duffy out of the backfield.
Another kick coming up here for Seiler. Looking to make it a 35-0 game. He's had him land in the trees twice so far tonight. Don't expect anything different. Up and away it goes perfectly through the... Oh, no, it hit the upright. Wow. You don't see that too often in high school football.
Off the right upright and doesn't...
At the distance, just didn't quite have the accuracy.
It almost cleared over top the upright.
Yeah.
But, well, you'll have stuff like that happen. So that'll remain a 34-0 game here coming out of this. Sacred Heart has nothing to be upset about with that. And we will thank our friends at Gaylord Seal Coating and come back here in about 30 seconds.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Seiler back to kick for the Irish.
Seiler exercising his leg heartily today between the extra point attempts and the kickoff so far. 34-0. He's had plenty of them. Engadine trying to get past their own 40-yard line for the first time tonight on this drive. 6 minutes and a few seconds on top of that to go in the first half. Drop the catch there off the kickoff. Number 23 there for the Eagles.
Well, guess who made the tackle on that one?
Brought down by
None other than he, that's for sure. But that was David Parker who got that one for the Eagles. Was able to recover it. And brought it up to the 25.
See a couple new faces coming in the game for both teams.
Yeah, a well-deserved rest for some of those Irish players out there on the field. Let the second stringers get some good reps in now, as the game is well in hand, 34-0.
Nice job, Joe Likovic there on that right end. Just stayed with it and did a nice job wrapping low and getting him to the ground.
Loss of about 1 on the play, 2nd and 11.
So a loss on the play there with that one. 2nd and 11. Engadine still has yet to get a first down. Loss, fumble there, able to be recovered just in the nick of time by Russell King. I apologize, David Parker there, got it.
Loss on that play.
Definitely looks like Engadine's a little bit shell-shocked. They don't have a feeling that they can go back to any particular play. There's nothing really working for them. They're not handling the pressure up front at all, and it's really difficult to do anything when you have no time as a quarterback and there's more red shirts in the backfield than there are white.
You know, normally the ire around this area is any team from the U really hard to beat. A lot of northern Michigan schools have a hard time against them, but the table is turned here. Mount Pleasant doing what they want with Engadine as that run gains of maybe about 2 yards, but it'll still be a 4th down and forever coming up here right at Engadine's own 20.
Takes that pitch around the right side, a short gain on the play.
Might get us under the 4-minute mark here.
Enders over there to lead that charge. 4th and 15.
So it'll be a 4th and 15 coming up here for Engadine. They are going to kick it again. At this point, if I was Engadine's coach, I'd be trying to get as many offensive reps in as possible. A high snap there, and another line drive, bouncing its way out of bounds at right about midfield.
Cameron's punt up to midfield where it goes out of bounds, and the Irish will have it 1st and 10.
So in a minute, the Irish will take over. But in the meantime, we want to thank Gaylord Seal Coating. If you've grown up parking lot pavement that you can't trust and potholes the size of offensive linemen, if your driveway, parking lot, or other surface needs an overhaul, check out the pros at Gaylord Seal Coating. Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. .352 here in the first half. 34-0 score. At the Eagle 49-yard line is where Sacred Heart is starting off.
Nice game. Took Brody Cowan, just hit a nice big hole coming up that right side. Nice block. Jim McDonald sort of lead the way there. Brendan Irvin kind of cracked down on the inside and held the ground there. Sacred Heart just winning the battle up front. Pretty simple right now. And yeah, I'm not sure they've had a negative play today.
I don't think so. They had one penalty, I think, to begin the game. But other than that,
That one holding, right?
Yeah.
And we don't have enough guys on the line right there. Let's see if they get away with that. And they did. There's Colin up the middle. Fortunate there, looked like they only had 4 guys in the line of scrimmage, but they didn't catch it. So
So the first down and some more. I think the refs are looking to just mosey this game on along here. .305 here. The first half. Sacred Heart marching their way well within Engadine territory yet again, down to the 31-yard line.
Joe McDonald's out wide right. Seiler, tight end on the right side. McDonald on the left side. Not sure if they'll throw again here, but
No, they'll
there's
go for a
Colin
run.
again.
Why not? If you can gain 5 to 10 yards each run like that, no sense in doing anything different.
Another nice gain of about 7, maybe 6.
I'd be surprised if they just try to make this clock
25-yard line. Parker
end right as they score their 6th touchdown of the half.
2nd down and 5.
Not a bad mark if you're Sacred Heart to have 6 touchdowns in one half.
Sometimes these games are tough. You get against a team that maybe just is depleted or whatnot, but you still have to go out there and work on some things, and it's nice to hit other guys from other teams that you don't always know. You run through the same guys in practice so much, and to this point you've only played one other team. But they're just doing a nice job up front. And
Yeah, Colin's getting some great yards added to his stat sheet. Be just short of the first down there. So first opening run there on this. Oh, they'll give it to him. The rest just spotted the ball just enough to get the first down. So it'll be at the 20-yard line with 1:50 to go in the first half.
Engadine's going with that 3-man front. They just 3-man front, 3 linebackers. They're just not getting any penetration anywhere. And Sacred Heart's sort of winning that battle still all night. Another big hole. But they filled that nice there.
Held Colin this time to only about 3 yards. So put that in the win column here for Engadine so far,
2nd down and 8.
which unfortunately they have not had a whole lot.
It looked like there was a hole there for a minute, and then White for Engadine just did a nice job filling in there and stopping for just a couple, but still 2nd and 8.
.50 seconds to go in the first half. Another run up the gut. Engadine
Coming over the right side.
stiffening up a little bit there, keeping Colin from going anywhere.
By Michael White.
Michael White yet again.
See, White's a senior. He's got a little bit of pride here. He's probably not feeling very good about being run down on the field. Sacred Heart's kind of been doing what they want. Nice to see a kid like that that's just not giving up yet. These 2 tackles done a nice job.
So we've got another timeout here. This time we will be thanking our friends at Golf Gaylord. Gaylord in the 989 is considered by most to be the golf mecca of Michigan. And whether you're looking for a new set of clubs or in need of fixing your slice, Golf Gaylord is your destination where you can browse a wide variety of items and get lessons from their experienced staff. That's Golf Gaylord. Well, Rit, what do you have coming up here the rest of the season for Sacred Heart in terms of competition?
So there's a couple games that were tough marks on the schedule last year.
Mm-hmm.
Morris, we lost our only regular season game to on the road in a downpour. They're coming to our place in October. That'll be a big game. And we got a little quicker. St. Pat's is on the horizon. Portland St. Pat's always has a really good team. They've had good success in the 8-man. We won a tight game. I think they missed the conversion last year. So I would say those 2 will probably be the most important, coming up. But that'll decide the conference for sure, probably between those teams. But
all right, well, that pass just went a little bit over the head of Seiler's head.
Oaks pass intended in the end zone for Nate Seiler. Just over his head, falls in.
Kicker playing receiver here.
Nate had the first touchdown of the year last week against Montebello. He had, I think, 5 catches.
Wow.
About 50 yards. He's a sophomore. He was out with an injury last year and know he's looking to get back into it. And he's had a real nice start to the year.
So that gives Mount Pleasant their only second fourth down so far in this game. It'll be fourth down and about 5 from the Engadine 16, call it. Vogue. He's got a spot up the center, runs it almost all the way in, pile driving his way inside the 5-yard line.
Bogue out of the backfield, enough for the
Looked like he might have had Colin outside in that flat and just decided he wanted to run it. And Cameron wishes he would have thrown it to the guy outside.
Well, at any rate, gave him a nice 15-yard gain, fourth down.
They got to go quick. There's 20 seconds left.
Yeah. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
2 timeouts yet. This might be in the end. A nice run for Colin. Nice hole up there. Great job by Jim McDonald. Brendan Irvin, those guys up front, just doing a nice job opening holes. Running backs just filling. Not even getting touched.
A 40-point opening half here for Sacred Heart. It's just about as good as you can get anywhere.
Yep.
Still with 10 seconds to go in the first half. Seiler looking to have another chance here to drill one up through the uprights. They get a nice 41-0 game. Saw a rare ball bounce off the uprights here a moment ago.
See if he can hit the other one.
Right? Cancel them out. And they give it to him. Yep. So 41-0 game. Still 10 seconds to go here. So we'll just keep it right here. No sense to cut it to commercial break. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the St. Mary Snowbirds and Central Lake game coming up here on the other side of this. That will be at about 7:30. A special broadcast here brought to you by Next Level Broadcasting. St. Mary's offered their field as a bit of a halfway point between the Sacred Heart Irish and the Engadine Eagles. So we brought this game to you live. Decided about 11:30 this morning we were going to do it. And we're able to get a good crew down here just in the nick of time. I want to thank Rit again for doing this with me tonight and our cameraman Wyatt down there.
Nate Seiler will handle
doing an excellent job. Boy, I tell you what, if we ever expand down that way, you two will be the first that we call to bring us on the air down there.
Crack staff.
And we are an ever-expanding company. We have 5 schools on the way. Gaylord St. Mary, Traverse City St. Francis, and Elk Rapids new to this year. This is our 4th year of operation.
Well, I know everyone appreciates you guys doing it. I speak from a baseball standpoint, and it's almost everybody looks at the game changer to find a score. And football, it's not so easy to do that. So it's nice that I know a lot of people that couldn't make it tonight that were trying to check in on the game. And
yeah,
much appreciated you guys were willing to come out and do this.
Well, we appreciate all those of you who watch and make this possible. Without all our viewers here, we can't get the sponsors in order to provide this game for you free on YouTube to watch. So we always appreciate everyone who tunes in. And who knows, we may be looking to extend down that way towards Central Michigan here in the coming years. Be on the lookout for that. But right now we've got our hands pretty full here with the 5 teams we cover in Northern Michigan. But like I said, we're ever expanding. Every year the last 3 we've been adding on schools. So who knows? We might be making it down that way here in the coming years.
Another
and a fumble there. Sacred Heart will pick it up here to end the first half. Engadine had a nice punt return, got in to the plus side of the 40-yard line. So that was their farthest point here in this game.
Martin He on the recovery.
Martin He there kind of canceled things out there on the fumble recovery to end the first half. So ladies and gentlemen, we will step aside here for an extended commercial break and be back for a little bit of a halftime show possibly in about 7-8 minutes. Stay tuned for that. This is Shane Smith and Rit and Wyatt bringing you this special coverage of Next Level Broadcasting. Stay tuned.
Business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, the you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime, engineered to be stronger. Our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in northern Michigan for over 35 years.
At American Liner Systems, they have three main goals in mind. They want to do the best possible job for their customers, ensure farm and industrial safety, and protect the environment all at the same time. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, they have many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel and chemical storage, manure lagoons, fertilizer containment solutions, equipment maintenance pads, and so much more. To keep our freshwater clean and our forests green, visit AmericanLinerSystems.com or call 231-258-4200 for a free quote so you can protect tomorrow's environment today.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
Small business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers. All their construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in Northern Michigan for over 35 years.
This game has been brought to you by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Golf Gaylord, American Liner Systems, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Collar Clinic, and Twin Bay Docks. Thank you to these fine sponsors for being a part of today's game.
Northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
At American Liner Systems, the environment, all at the same time. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, they have many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel and chemical storage, manure lagoons, fertilizer containment solutions, equipment maintenance pads, and so much more. To keep our fresh water clean and our forests green, visit AmericanLinerSystems.com or call 231-258-4200 for a free quote so you can protect tomorrow's environment today.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into our TVC Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. Shane Smith Ritt here from Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart, bringing this game to you live from Gaylord St. Mary's football field. Well, Ritt, I'm going to allow you to talk about this one quite a bit. I mean, this is your team, and your team has been dominating so far, 41-0 in the first half, holding Engadine to not one single first down this entire game. In fact, they've only made it past the 40-yard line once on the kick return. Otherwise, it's been the Sacred Heart show. So why don't we go ahead and talk a little bit, give our viewers at home some nice highlights from the game so far.
Yeah, no first downs. I know Josh is probably pretty happy. You never know what's going to happen when you get in one of these games, but when you come out and you kind of dominate both sides of the ball, you got to be pretty happy overall. And that's what they've done. I mean, in a game like this, when you see that score, it starts at the line of scrimmage. And, I know they got Brendan Irvin and Wyatt Brown and Martin He and Caleb Stroud and Jim McDonald. Those guys up front are just, kind of dictating the tempo for both teams. And, Bogue has been able to find a few open men. And, you've seen a few shots downfield that kind of loosen things up. And there's been some nice catches, but the running's there. Duffy's had some really nice runs. Colin came in and had some good possessions. And it's just, they're, like we said before, they're able to do what they want right now. And it's really dictating the tempo. And it starts, like I said, it starts at the line of scrimmage. And those kids are doing a job down there, and they're pushing back Engadine, and Engadine just doesn't have the manpower to kind of hold up to that group. But probably see a lot of substitutions and some things in the second half. But I know Josh will want to keep them out of the end zone, and putting that 0 up, it does matter to the defense and everybody on that team. Even the guys that haven't been in as much yet, that they're still going to practice every day, and these are the games sometimes that they get their chance, and those kids will be ready to go.
We're looking forward to it here. Yeah, goose egg so far. It'd be nice for Sacred Heart anyway. 41-0 as we were talking about baseball here a moment ago. Remind me of that. So you were a baseball coach down at Central Michigan for a while, you said?
A few years back in my earlier days, Coach Jacksa just had me help out a little bit, and really enjoyed it down there. It was a good time, and had some kids from Mount Pleasant come through, and some very good players come through. A guy ended up in the major leagues for a little while, so that was nice to be a part of that. But played against a guy that was the first pick of the major league draft, and that it's kind of rare out of the Mid-American Conference, but you won't usually see that in many sports. Although CMU did have a left tackle that was taken first overall in the NFL draft, so that's a nice diamond in the rough. But with athletics, what they are now, it's you got to take what it is at that time, and with the NIL and all the money out there right now, it certainly makes a different picture. I was down in Texas last week watching Notre Dame Texas A&M game, and that you see 110,000 people at a game, and and it's hot, and there's a lot on the line, and people, the tempers are high, and everybody's college football is alive and well, but it's not what we know it used to be. You know. It's a lot of transfers, and my son and I, we had to, we generally know the Notre Dame roster pretty well, but we had to get our own out to figure out who was who, because new guys and new numbers, and it's a challenge. But high school football still has that angle to it where there's the purity of it, and it's they were riding up here and talking about how the NFL was playing a game tonight, and should they be playing, because this is high school's night to play football. And I know it was not well received when some of the colleges went back to play on Fridays, a few years ago, but hopefully this is a one and out for the NFL, because I think people do value the high school games on Friday nights.
No doubt about it. And, I think, to be honest, at least if people, had much of a heart about them coming from Sacred Heart, they would want to try and watch, high school football, because it's their kids there on the field, their hometown heroes, so to speak, there on the field, and it'd be hard to replace that level of excitement and energy with a football game from the NFL that you're watching on your TV. You're coming home here to support your local team and see your kids who knows, they might be the ones that you're watching on TV someday. So I would hope that folks don't take that into account too much, and keep it right here with their local high school teams for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll take care of it for us here for our little TVC Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. We'll be back here on the other side of this in about 35 seconds, maybe 40, for your opening second half kickoff. Stay tuned for that.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Small business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, And well, you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in Northern Michigan for over 35 years.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
If you can. All right, welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Second half of action here, about to begin between Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart and Engadine. Sacred Heart has this game pretty much under wraps here. 41-0 is the score. The Eagles just have not had any sort of answer for them so far in this game.
The Eagles will kick off.
But they will be kicking off here, so Mount Pleasant will get yet another opportunity to try and knock 6 more on the board.
I know Josh had a couple guys join the team this week, so not sure if they've got all the practices in yet, but you might see a couple new faces in this half. Good way to get some guys, some fresh action out here.
And a little onside kick there. Fielded at the 45. Went through one Irish hand, yeah.
Covered up nicely there, though, by Nico Vasquez.
Nico Vasquez, there you go, was the one falling on it ultimately for the Irish.
Bogues come back out at quarterback. Probably see him maybe a series or two here, and then
get a well-deserved break here.
Yeah.
Loading up here, meeting a little bit of pressure. Quick throw.
This could be a touchdown.
Yep. Indeed he does. Makes it through the only defender between him and the end zone. And with that, the opening 15 seconds of the second half results in nothing other than a touchdown.
Bogue just stayed out of the way, kept his eyes up, dumped it off to Hacker, and then the downfield blocking. He saw Joe McDonald and Duffy and Nate Seiler were out there leading the way. Just made a nice cut back, and the rest was easy. I don't believe he was touched the rest of the way there. Sort of picked up where they left off, though.
Yeah, I would have to say so. little bit out of my field of view.
It's good.
But, yeah, he got it. Thankfully, the camera there has it. So 48-0 coming up here for the Irish. Of course, with a score of this margin, we will have a running clock here for the rest of the game.
Tips, timeouts, injuries, penalties, scores. I believe the only thing they stop it for right now.
So we will have a very quick second half here of this evening. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, anybody that's tuning in that are interested in that Gaylord St. Mary Central Lake game, that'll be coming up at 7:30, about a half hour or so after the conclusion of this game.
Seiler to kick it away for the Irish, back deep for the Eagles, Cameron and Parker.
Cameron and Parker back there to receive for the Eagles. They had their biggest punt return so far this game, about 20 yards right before the ending of the first half. So we'll see if they can repeat that success. That was the only time they've made it past the 40-yard line so far. They'll have a lot to contend with here. Nice kick out to the 20-yard line.
Good job of Levi Lynch to kind of close off that edge there. Knock him out of bounds about the 35.
Number 33.
And that was Parker. Got about 12 yards or so. Now they'll give him 15 there on that return, so not too shabby at all.
Eagles will have it at the 35.
So the 35-yard line is where the Eagles will take over here. They have primarily, I'd say, about 85% of their snaps have been between the 30 and 40-yard line. So we'll see if they can change that at all here. After just about a minute of gameplay has gone by so far in the second half. Once again, a running clock. Lost
on the ground
ball
again.
there.
Joe Likovic recovered that.
Jackson Davis couldn't hang on to it.
Number 15, Joe Likovic, falls on that. And
so Sacred Heart will take things right back over. My goodness, if you're an Engadine fan, you're just beside yourself right now. There isn't one thing that has been going right so far for the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, you can understand the, somebody wins the battle up front, but when you see the sort of a give up, you kind of feel that way right now with how they're going. They're not connecting on handoffs, and that wasn't really a forced fumble. That was just unforced error. So they got to kind of battle and figure out the rest of the way here.
Well, we got another touchdown. Yeah. Well, spoke too soon. There was one man left there.
Good job at Cameron to kind of close that angle and hold it back.
10-yard line.
Yeah.
For a first down. Hunter Cameron on that stop for the Eagles.
Well, just short of the goal line here. Be a first and goal from about the 9-yard line. As we look to switch camera angles here for a moment. We're going to have to do a quick battery switch here.
Bo easy up the middle. Another touchdown.
Another touchdown indeed.
Jason Bogue out of the backfield and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Walter, we've got a guy coming. So with that, as we update the scoreboard here, get the camera battery changed around, another touchdown coming up here for Sacred Heart, up to 54 points now. Seiler looking to make his second extra point attempt here in the last 2.5 minutes of gameplay.
Right down the middle.
Seiler's kick up and good.
55-0. We will step aside here for a quick commercial break and be back on the other side of this. Hang on. Got some more game coming your way.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in Northern Michigan for over 35 years.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination. Visit tvcairport.com now. Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
the lead. 4th down, Engadine hoping to put something on the board here. He's under pressure. He throws. He's got a man, and he caught on a deflection. And he will get into the end zone. Hunter Cameron.
Nicely by the Irish, but Hunter Cameron comes up with it and goes
Fortunately,
in for the Eagle touchdown.
Catches a deflection. It looked like it might have ended the drive. The ball was tipped up, and Cameron just stayed with it. And nobody was left to catch him, and he makes it all the way down the end zone. So Engadine something to work with. 61-6 now. 5.5 to go. Give up the middle, and they're in. So
Number 55,
2-pointer is
Michael
good.
White into the end zone for the 2-point
5
conversion.
minutes, just over 5 minutes to go.
That'll make your score with
Sacred Heart
5
61,
minutes
Engadine
left
8.
In the 4th quarter, the Sacred Heart Irish 61, the Engadine Eagles 8.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for that. Britt, thank you for keeping this thing going. We inexplicably, we have a new programmer running tonight, and I left for about 45 seconds to go work on repositioning the camera down below, and everything went kaput. So I don't know. And all it was simply was a matter of unplugging and replugging in some cords. But we tried everything else first because it seemed to be a much more difficult problem than that. But we're back on, and we brought it on just in time to see probably the most important play of this game, and that was Engadine finally getting a touchdown. So the score is no longer 0 for Engadine, 61-8 here with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
Sort of like the unplug and restart your computer technical support there.
Sometimes you just want to throw the technology in the lake and just go back to the old radio days. But we're back on regardless. Rit did an excellent job of covering for us, so I deeply appreciate that. And we are back on for the last 3.5 minutes of this game.
5 yards closer than where that ball went out of bounds. They'll have it 1st and 10 on the 35.
Seiler will be back at quarterback here. Probably the last drive, depending on how long it takes. Again, Irvin moved over to center. Martin He at right guard. Andrews at left guard with Brown and Vasquez tight ends. Seiler hands to Collin. Gets a few.
Seiler gives to Brody Collin over the right side. Short gain on that play.
Give him about 4 yards there on that play.
Russell King and
so,
David
if you don't mind, Rit, if you recall, what transpired there to get Engadine their touchdown?
So they had completed a couple passes on the far sideline for first downs. Their first 2 first downs of the game, and then there was a fumble and a little bit of a struggle, and then they were in actually a 4th and long, and the quarterback had a little bit of time to throw and kind of threw back across his body. It looked like he was knocked down, but the receiver came back for it, tipped up, and kept traveling, and he was able to stay with it, and he was the only one back left to go once he caught it.
Wow.
As the defender fell down. So,
well, looks like we'll probably have the last possession of the game here with Mount Pleasant. As we work our way under 2 minutes. They were not able to keep the shutout hopes alive. 61-8 will likely be the final score here, although a performance of that height, you cannot be too upset about that. 61 points scored. Shutout or not. It was still about as good a game as I've seen from any team, let alone a Division 8 team like this in terms of every facet, the run game, the passing. Rit, I got to say, you folks there in Mount Pleasant have a lot to be proud of with this squad.
Yeah, I know they're still trying to get their feet wet on the season. Last weekend, they started out well in the first half and just kind of sputtered in the second half against Montebello. This is a more consistent flow to the game. You know, they got 3 big games coming up, like I mentioned. St. Patrick's, they got next week. That'll be an important game. And Morris and Fulton still yet to go after that. And, you know, there's a lot of, 7 other games on the schedule, but I know those are 3 that were close, difficult games last year. So probably come down to how they perform in those 3.
45 seconds to go here in the game. Just looking to find out what the schedule is coming up for our Engadine fans. Looks like the next game here is Onaway coming up. That'll be a good one. And that'll be at home. So Engadine, you don't have to make the 2-hour trip anywhere. You'll be able to stay right at home for Onaway. So enjoy that game. Good team there up here in Northern Michigan.
That'll probably about do it. They won't have to snap it again.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as time ticks down here under 10 seconds, the final score from St. Mary's football field in Gaylord, Michigan, 61-8. The Sacred Heart Irish over the Engadine Eagles. For all of us here at Next Level Broadcasting, Walter and Ritt, myself, Shane Smith, and our 2 new additions here that came in tonight. They'll be taking over the Gaylord St. Mary game here, camera and color commentator Andy and Nick. We want to all thank you so much for tuning in to this special edition broadcast coverage of this out-of-conference, out-of-area game for us here at Next Level Broadcasting. Rid, any final words here before we call it a game?
No, appreciate you having me. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you for sure. Thank you so much again for filling in for us here. And we will be back on air in about 45 minutes for the Gaylord St. Mary game. Have a great evening. Wow. Thank you. What's that?